Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another NBA Supercard video, and today we're going to be going over all the stuff that I've done in Ruby so far, and we're going to be talking a little bit about what's new in Ruby tier and what you guys need to know about the game right now so you guys can just be the best you can, get the most pulls you can, and make your deck the best it can possibly be. But before we get in the video, guys, make sure you guys drop a like down below and subscribe and notifications on if you guys have been enjoying the vids and you won't miss any coming out in the future. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. As you guys can see, we got a lot of Ruby pulls. So in my last video, if you guys did not see, we ended up getting Derek Favors as our Ruby freebie, which wasn't very good. Derek Favors is not one of the better cards, but since then we've had 3 pulls. We got ourselves Tony Parker, which is one of the best Rubies. He's my most recent play. I believe he might be like the 3rd best behind like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. And then we got Andrea Bargnani, which it was crazy how good the pulls have been for me somewhat. We got Derek Favors obviously as our freebie, and then 7 resets later I ended up getting Andrea Bargnani, and then it was about 60 resets or so I got Stephanie Dolson, and then in about 30 resets I got Tony Parker. So I've been extremely lucky. Just to let you guys know the reset numbers for this this tier, I should say. As you guys know, for Sapphire, it was 50, 45, and 40. That's what it's been for every card so far in this game. And now it was changed so that for Ruby, it is 80, 70, and 60. So if you're Ruby base tier, it's 80 resets to a pull. If you're Ruby plus tier, it's 70 resets for a pull. And if you're Ruby plus plus, it's 60 resets for a pull. So pretty simple stuff. It's really hard to just get that many resets in one game mode. Like I said, I'm really hoping we get like a PvP or something like that, just something else to give us something to do and give us a game mode with more than 2 to 3 draft picks per game. It's very hard to play for hours on end, man. And as you guys can see, I am at 2200 wins. Literally, the day Ruby came out, I was at 1900. I've had 300 wins in what, like 2 days? It's crazy how much I've been grinding this game. To be honest, I probably only should have about 1 less Ruby. I should at least have 3 Rubies, kind of my freebie. But I got lucky with Andrea Bargnani, obviously. He's a really good Ruby, but also with Rubies being the top tier now, Sapphires are easier to pull. I've pulled 2 more Sapphire Pros. We got ourselves the Kevin Durant, which we have 2 Kevin Durant Sapphire Pros now. They're both really good, and yeah, they both are at the top of my deck. And then we got Mike Conley in there as well, which is another Sapphire Pro I got. So we're building up the deck right now. Currently, my top 8 is Kevin Durant, Luka, Tony Parker, and Andrea Bargnani with Elena Del Don and Stephanie Dolson. So a very good deck. They all go together, like Luka and Kevin Durant as a tag team, Tony and Andrea as a tag team, and then Elena and Stephanie is a tag team as well. So it worked out really well. The quick game deck I'm running with, I changed it up a little bit. This deck I feel like is a little bit better. We run with 1 Sapphire Pro, Amari Stoudemire. We got Marcus Smart, who's a really good defensive card. We got Robert Covington, who's a really good defensive card. We got Steve Nash, who's good in everything except rebounding. And then we got 2 females who just go together. Nafessa Collier is like one of the best emeralds in the game, so I went with her. And then my champions deck hasn't really changed too much. I guess I forgot to autofill Kevin Durant in there, so now he's in there. And then my gauntlet deck is nearly max Sapphire plus, hoping we can get to Ruby. I only have 4 Emerald Pros in there, hoping to clear that out with either Sapphire Pros or Rubies within the next few days. Obviously, I believe it's this Thursday we're going to be getting the Gauntlet. I don't know if they announced it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Gauntlet as the event this week. I wish it was a new game mode, but that's fine. We're going to be seeing hopefully a Ruby event card. I'm not sure if it's just going to be a normal Ruby, like if we get like a Tony Parker or a Paul Pierce, or we're going to just be seeing a Ruby event card, which either one would be dope. But one thing is, I really wish we had a new event coming, but it is what it is. Hopefully within the next few weeks we see a new event. I'm not sure what they're going to do after this event, whether they're going to get a drop of cards or we're just going to get an event the next week, but I'm really hoping we get team events pretty soon. If you guys do not play WWE Supercard, they just got a team ring domination that's going to be coming out tomorrow, and that's just what we need throughout, like over the weekend or just like on Mondays, Tuesdays. Just give us a team event. Like my team, we're really good, but there's really no point to teams. Like my team, we have a Discord server for our team. Our team is very good. Our team, as you guys see, most people are in Ruby. I don't know who this person is and why they're in the team. but we're majority Ruby and Sapphire plus plus. So I definitely think that we would be one of the best teams in a scenario, whether that's we get you get team ring domination, which is obviously not what you would get in here, because ring domination is more of a WWE Supercard thing. But whether we got like a team battleground in this would be super dope. This is a thing you can start whenever, and even a new kind of team game mode, whether they added that or not, that'd be super dope. I just want something more than quick game, man. Like champions, it's not good. I believe they said on the 28th there's gonna be a new rewards coming out for Ruby players. So hopefully that involves getting a Ruby card, because right now the rewards, if we go and take a look at the rewards, it's 1 player card of Emerald rarity, 1 support card with Sapphire rarity, and 12 draft picks. That's just not good, man. That's not good at all. We need better rewards out of champions. Hopefully that involves us getting a Ruby card for first place and a Sapphire card for second place. That would be really nice, because I would 100% try champions, because right now I start champions about once a day, right? And I get my rewards. I usually place between 5th and 10th place. I get about like 5 draft picks and a couple golds. I mean, there's no point in not doing it. I get rewards, and there's like literally no point. It's free rewards, so I just do it anyway. But if there was actual rewards, I would feel like inclined to actually do the challenges so I can actually get to first place. I would 100% do that, because that is well worth it to go ahead and get yourself a Ruby player out of champions for just playing for 12 hours. But like I said, guys, we need more game modes. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over my pulls, and I wanted to talk to you guys about the resets and stuff. Like I said, it's 80, 70, 60 for Ruby, Ruby Plus, and Ruby Plus Plus. Make sure you guys are just keeping kind of track. I'm currently on Nox Player, but I mainly play NBA Supercard on my phone, and I mainly play WWE Supercard on my computer. I have a floating counter. There's an app on the App Store. It's called Floating Counter. It's by far the best. All it does is it hovers over your screen, you tap it, and it adds a number. So that's how I keep track of how many resets I'm on, so I know when I'm getting my pull and all that kind of stuff. It's really easy to keep track of. Just probably you want to do that. And then also there's been a little bit of investigating, and it looks like to get to Ruby Plus Plus, it's about 1 Ruby Pro, and then Ruby Plus Plus is probably going to be about, no, I don't believe I know anyone who's gotten there. That's probably going to be about 3 Ruby Pros, if I had to guess, somewhere around there. So just if you guys are wanting to know what it's going to take to get you to the next level of the tier, that's what you guys get right there. But yeah, man, I'm super excited to keep grinding. Like I said, I really hope we start getting some new game modes. The gauntlet is fine. I love playing the gauntlet. It gives me something to do, and it gives you something to work for. But just playing quick game on repeat is just repetitive. Giving us like a PvP based game mode with a new currency added and a new store where you can spend that currency and get Ruby players and Sapphire players, that would be so much better, because you could build up that currency and you can buy Ruby players out of there while getting picks to go ahead and get more resets to get towards your actual Ruby pull, and then those picks you can upgrade your Ruby players with. So it would just be a much better cycle if they had a game mode like PvP based with WWE Supercard, where you're getting currency out of it, you're spending that currency on more players, and then you're also getting players off the draft board. I think that would be a great idea. Obviously, that's exactly how it is in WWE Supercard. So I think, literally, I don't think anyone would be upset if they literally copy and pasted WWE Supercard in NBA Supercard. No one would be mad. Literally no one. The same game modes, all that kind of stuff. I think that would be perfect. Obviously, you change the names. Maybe you add 1 to 2 new game modes. I like Champions. Champions is a good idea. It's a very... it's unique. It's similar to King of the Ring, but it's not the same. It's quite different. So I like what they did there. Maybe they add like a fusion chamber, but they make it a little different. Maybe they add requirements for certain fusions. Maybe you need supports. Maybe you need certain players. I think that would be fine for a fusion chamber. And I just hope that they do something similar with WWE Supercard. Like, I literally would not care if it's a copy and paste. I just hope there's a few changes if they're going to do something like that, where, like I said, Champions, perfect example. A little bit of change. Do that with, like, the fusion chamber, the draft board. Maybe make a few changes. Like the Superstore, they add that, change it a little bit. But I don't want this to be a rant video. I've already gone on for long enough. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe with noties on. But yeah, I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out.